I apologize. Saying we never found one. What would that historic?
And they would criminalize it to a certain degree. They always had this thing about us. There was a sister down in New Orleans, Marie Laveau, very famous. They were scared of that woman. They were terrified of Marie Laveau because she was putting bammies on their ass. She was putting hexes and shit on white people down there. So they didn't mess with her. They even gave her money annually so she wouldn't put a whammy bammy on their ass. But they've always had this thing about us um, using some type of mental power on them. That whole the Jezebel enchantress stereotype. There was a black woman in the early 1900s named Hannah Elias, and many of you heard me talk about her. This woman, she was like one of the first black women millionaires before Madam C.J. Walker. Hannah Elias was getting money out of white dudes. She was getting white dudes to just clean their bank accounts out for her ass. She was a black woman living in New York on Park Avenue. Had a mansion, had Asian servants and shit. She was one of the people actually who made Harlem black. She bought some real estate and she was working with some black real estate developers. And she and that real estate developer, they were the ones who got the white folks up out of Harlem and started getting the black folks in. It was Hannah Elias. She was a hustler. A lot of folks don't like to talk about her in history, but it was a very sensational case at the time. And this woman was sitting on millions of dollars in the early 1900s. And in the court, when they took her to court, because they were like, she's finessing, because the family of some of the white men she was getting money from, they were like, hey, man, we got to do something. They were like, shit, this woman, she's practicing voodoo. She's a voodoo priestess. She's an enchantress. They were using all of those words. They were like, yeah, she didn't use some of that Negro mind spirituality on our father. They're like, no, we can't really prove that. So she got to keep her bread. But that whole thing, that's why white women don't like them a fly black woman around. That's another thing because they think real attractive black women got them powers. They got enchantress powers. That's why white women love a big old mammy around. They love a big back, um, buttermilk eating mammy around. They don't want no fly one around. They're like, oh, that's it. She's going to use her body and her mind on these white men, which they do in a certain degree. But yeah, even with Sally Heming, you know, she was a victim of Thomas Jefferson, but in some of the historical narratives, they were like she was on some bewitched enchantress type of thing. She seduced Thomas Jefferson, that whole thing. So yeah, there's that fear of the sexual alluring black body. There's always been this anxiety about supernatural sexual power of black people. That's why they always think about our dicks and genitals all the time. They sit up with the white supremacists sitting up worrying about our penises all the time. And black women's asses. They sit up and just obsess over that, even now. You see? See, when black people were desired and admired, it was never seen as agency on the part of the non-black person. It was always a mind control. It was always a lust spell. It was voodoo sex. And also, we have the root workers, and the white supremacists were always afraid of the root workers because they knew how to tap into the energy of the earth and the plants and nature. And uh, it, that created a fear and a mythology around black people having dark, mystical powers, especially over non black people or non foundational black American people. And the thing is, because foundational black Americans, we are so influential, they had to start criminalizing our black influence through supernatural claims. So anytime a black person had power or success that couldn't be logically explained, if we had wealth, charisma, leadership, they always attribute it to trickery, magic, manipulation. Yeah. So that's why they use in court words like coercion, control, manipulating. See, when it comes to black defendants. Now, they don't say that about
Right.
Hugh Hefner. Right? When Hugh Hefner had orgies
Right.
for
Same
like
thing. He,
5 decades at the Playboy Mansion. It was infamous for sex parties and orgies. And us out here in LA, we've heard a lot of weird shit that didn't happen in that Playboy Mansion. You're not going to have celebrities from 5 decades running in and out of that damn Playboy Mansion, and you're not going to hear nothing crazy. They know it's a lot of shenanigans happen up in there, and a lot of the women have been complaining, but they brushed them under the rug. A lot of those girlfriends that Hugh Hefner had, yeah, a lot of them women were looking crazy and manipulated, but they never portrayed him as that. They let that man die peaceful with no smut on his name. Yeah? But Diddy, he's having freak off parties with.
Looking for a professional photographer for your next big event? Need video of your special day? Then look no further. For $100 an hour, have a professional photographer or videographer shoot your wedding, birthday party, quinceañera, bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, anniversary party, or whatever your special occasion may be. Highlight your event with professional, crisp photos and video. Check out Charles Arness Photography on Instagram, as well as book us for your next event. Must live in the Southern California area.
Consensual adults, and now it's coercion. He used his Negro voodoo. Huh? But yeah, they've always portrayed that on us. If you look at in the courts in the 1800s, 1900s, they would use terms like hypnosis, occult influence, mind control to accuse, black people of manipulating white society. They've always done that. Even now, family, when we have the delineation movement and everybody's, pretty much on code with it, what do the feds send people to say? Oh, this is a cult. You niggas were manipulated. Oh, this is a cult. Right? Anything black people do that's constructive, they try to act like there's something supernatural. There's some type of manipulation or mind control involved.
They do. They do that.
Whenever you hear people talk about cult, you understand that's Fed talk.
Right.
Anytime you hear people talking about you FBA niggas are a cult, that's Fed talk.
Right.
Those are Fed words.
Anyway, that is YouTube. This is Tariq Nasheed, Tariq Radio. That's his YouTube channel. That's some deep. He gets deep. I like to listen to his YouTube channel because he gets really deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's spitting game, man. You know, maybe that's what we need to. What they fear is what we need to be tapping into. Then we need to be tapping into voodoo and stuff. Maybe not voodoo. Maybe hoodoo. Like, if they, way I look at it, whenever they don't like it, that means is what you need to be doing. You on the right track. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they don't like, you on the right track. Because when it's something that they like, it's usually some bullshit and you getting screwed. So if they don't like it, you on the right track. So I think we need to tap into that. That's why I got my sage here. Yeah, I said I got my sage. So when I want to go ahead and do my little hoodoo stuff, you know, I pick off me some of this sage like this. See how I did? See, I got my sage. I got my little hoodoo. Got my little hoodoo shell. You gotta hold it in the shell. And I'm gonna light it. I'm gonna make me a hoodoo wish. Tap into my black ancestor shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm scaring white people right now. I'm doing my black hoodoo magic. See, move around some of this sage. See what I'm saying? Get the hoodoo spirits going. Call upon the ancestors. Make my YouTube channel the biggest YouTube channel in the world. Make my YouTube channel the biggest YouTube channel in the world. Woo. I'm gonna have 1 million followers by the end of the week. I'm gonna have 1 million followers by the end of the week. Ooh, white people. They gonna report my channel. Can you please shut this black man's channel down? He's scaring me with his hoodooism. He's practicing witchery. Mama say mama sabu makusa. Mama say mama sabu. Hey, I hope this might work though. Make my YouTube channel. I'm gonna have 1 billion followers by next Tuesday. Call upon the spiritual ancestors. Ooh. I'm being stupid. Let me stop. I ain't stop smoking weed. But yeah, this is my little sage burner right here though. This is where I practice my. To all you white people. That's what all black people got this in their house, white people. Let y'all know. Anyway, what y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Israel. Hit the thumbs up button.
Nonetheless, Terry just unloaded on him, said Martinez. I could see him getting angrier and angrier. I heard your fucking track, Dre said, in Terry's recollection. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, Mr. Ultimate Breaks and Beats, she yelled back, referencing a popular series of vinyl albums containing sample-ready breakbeats. One more fucking word, he added, a threat she ignored. And he punched me in the eye, she said. And when I didn't go down, he punched me in the mouth. He punched her hard, really hard.
For more of these fascinating stories and true crimes, subscribe to Charles Arnis World. Thanks for watching.